For weeks, we were told that the protests were a spontaneous uprising of students. We were told there was no political backing, no organized machinery, and no ideological force driving the movement. But now a statement from the movement's own spokesperson has raised serious questions. Namaste, I'm Sonam Singh and you are watching Organiser. In a video recorded at the Communist Party of India headquarters, Cockroach Janata Party or CJP spokesperson Saurav publicly thanked two prominent left-affiliated students' organizations, Students' Federation of India, which is SFI, and All India Students' Federation AISF for their role in organizing the protest. Listen carefully to what he says.
Protest, we've been very lucky to have organizations like the AISF, the SFI, and other people who joined us independently, without whom this protest wouldn't have been as organized or as historic as it has been.
In this clip, he says, the protest we have been very lucky to have organized, like the AISF and SFI and other people who joined us independently, without whom this protest wouldn't have been as organized or as historic as it has been. This is perhaps the clearest public acknowledgement yet that this agitation was not sustained by individuals alone. According to Saurav himself, organizations such as SFI and AISF played a central role in making the movement organized and historic. That statement directly challenges the narrative repeatedly presented during the protest that this was simply a decentralized student-led movement with no political or ideological structure behind it. The significance of this admission becomes even greater because it was made inside the CPI headquarters in the presence of leaders associated with the left ecosystem. For those unfamiliar with these organizations, SFI is a student wing of the Communist Party of India Marxist or CPIM, while AISF is affiliated with the CPI or the Communist Party of India. Both have been among India's oldest left student organization and have long been active in campus politics across the country. Interestingly, support from these organizations were not confined to Delhi. During the course of agitation, left students' bodies across several states organized solidarity marches, demonstrations, and campaigns demanding the withdrawal of cases against protesters and opposing government policies. Reports from Kolkata, for instance, documented joint mobilizations by multiple left students' organizations, including those of SFI and AISF, along CJP. What makes Saurav statement politically significant is that it comes after weeks of repeated claims that the movement had no organized political backing. His own words now acknowledge that established left organizations were instrumental in providing organizational support to such movement. This has reignited the debate over whether the protests were entirely spontaneous or whether they were actually substantially strengthened by an existing ideological network. The controversy also comes against the backdrop of the ongoing debate around proposed amendments to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act or FCRA. Supporters of FCRA regulations argue that greater transparency is necessary to ensure that organizations involved in public mobilizations clearly disclose their funding sources, organizational networks, and external linkages, particularly when movements influence national political discourse. Critics, on the other hand, argue that tighter regulations could burden genuine civil society organizations. But regardless of where one stands in that debate, one fact has now entered the public domain. The spokesperson of the movement himself has publicly acknowledged that these two institutions were instrumental in the protests. So that admission has reopened an important question. Was this really spontaneous youth movement, or was it backed and structured by long-established ideological organizations from the very beginning? The debate is likely to continue. Thank you for watching.